Okay, this is Homer Cocktail wearing a headband. A headband. I'm doing some vlogging. Not doing a Viking hat today. And here's what I'm gonna do right here. See, this is an envelope right here. This is an envelope. And I'm pushing it. I'm pushing the envelope. Look, I'm pushing the envelope. I'm pushing the envelope. What's that even mean? What's that even mean? Alright, let's go outside. I was in there pushing the envelope. Actually what I'm doing is, let's go inside. Let's go inside. It's kind of hot out there. What I'm doing is going through a lot of files. And, you know, here's a box of crap that, you know, I gotta sort through. Was I ever a member of the ACLU? Yes, I was. Yes, I was. Card-carrying member of the ACLU because I got arrested once for free speech. Email I sent, and I had no fucking clue there was this particular law that, you know, said you'd spend a year of your life in LA County jail for seeing an email that someone disagreed with, you know. No fucking clue. Thought the First Amendment fucking covered every fucking thing, but hey, law of the sovereign, right? It's all about who enforces the law. Pushing the envelope, and we're talking about Gumbo. Gumbo. This is probably Gumbo 11, I'm guessing. I already have 10 loaded on. Got Homer Cocktail 34. The dog's asleep. He don't hear me. He's deaf. He's deaf. Hello, Cookie. There he goes. Where Cookie goes. There's the sun up there. So anyhow, pushing the envelope. I'm trying to be honest with myself. There's something called a living wage. I did an internship in '97 for the AFL-CIO in Seattle, and I never wanted to be that person. You know, I was going to Claremont colleges since '95, and when I got hired at Quill Corporation in 1990, I thought it was fair wages and fair treatment. And I'm going through some paperwork in there and documents and trying to figure out how things could have happened differently. I had great reviews. I have records of that. The wage seems decent at the beginning. And then something weird happened in '93 where fucking, you know, they flip-flopped supervisors. There's 2 supervisors in the warehouse. One in production and one in receiving. And they were transitioning to a computer-based method of allocating resources, inventory. And it just didn't work. And after 3 great years of fucking working as far as reviews, I'm like, you know what, man, I'm getting blamed for something that's not my fault here. I started working at a pizza place, and while I was working at the pizza place in '93, me and my buddy John, John was kind of like the instigator of the group. You know, very, very well known. He used to do this thing. See that? You know what that means? Balls. You got small balls. You know, he used to instigate people to do stuff that they otherwise wouldn't do. And a good deal of time, hey man, it made things fun because, you know, alright man, I'll do it, you know, whatever it is. One time we were in a limousine going to a Guns N' Roses Metallica concert at the Rose Bowl, for example. And one of the guys in a limousine was Ruben, who happened to work at that Quill place. Later on, he turned real freaky after he joined Amway. You know, he's a real wild guy, and then he fucking went 180. But John was instigating them to, you know, pound hard liquor in a limousine. And by the time we got to the concert, you know, Ruben's trying to grab some girl's butt and stuff right in front of security. He didn't even get in. We got through the, you know, the turnstile, but he didn't actually get in the Rose Bowl. Went straight to concert prison, as we call it. But John was the instigator of the group. And we went to Silverwood one time. You know, it's a lake towards the Cajon Pass. And John used to have a 550 Kawasaki. And I remember being in the car, and there's a caravan of us going up to this guy's parents' property up there. We actually went to prom up there afterwards, you know, that's where we went instead of a hotel. And John's there, you know, laid out on the street, you know, because he was a little more of that kind of person. And anyway, during '93, I was working at Max Street Pizza, and we're out there in Visalia, and he had met some girl named Marla. So we go to visit her out there, and I'm in my '66 Mustang, and you know, the engine was brand new, had the chrome fucking headers and fucking goddamn brand new everything. Fucking had this silver fan, and I just knew the way John is, right? And you know how sometimes you want to make a left turn and someone lets you through, but then there's that extra lane, you know, and you can't see past the car that's letting you through? Well, there's this old lady, and my Mustang was inching through, you know, where the guy was letting me through. And I don't know if she wasn't paying attention, but I wasn't going that fast. But if it was anyone else besides John in the car, you know, John that likes to do the, you know, this thing, you know, got balls, and he used to call people PW, which is short for pussy whip, you know. If you wouldn't spend a night out with the guys, he'd call you PW. But if he wanted to spend a night, you know, out with his girlfriend, or, you know, later on his wife, then hey man, it's cool because that's him. But if it was anyone else besides John, I wouldn't have done it. You know, it's not really the way I drive necessarily. It wasn't dangerous driving, but hey man, it's kind of like a blind spot there, and I just waited for the fucking lights to turn green and these cars would take off, and then I would have, you know, went across the extra place, because we had to make a left, you know. You have to 2 lanes of traffic, then you get the middle lane. Anyway, so we're out there in Visalia, and we're gonna go to Vegas eventually. Getting this fender bender does what looks like minimal damage to like this old Cougar, you know, Mercury Cougar. I get a fucking bill. It's like $2,500 goddamn dollars, dude. You know. So I'm going, you know, pushing the envelope. You know, it's literal and figurative. I don't know where it came from as far as taking chances. Have no fucking clue what that means, pushing the envelope. But man, so I'm going through this shit though. And that's ordinary crap in life, and some people have had it worse, some people have had it better. But it seems like life is set up almost so that, you know, if you're going to make it through, hey man, crap like that can't happen. And I wrote a book called Exacerbation, scribd.com/Homer Cocktail. This is where you can get that. It has more than 2,000 views, I think. Exacerbation in the dictionary means, you know, when you compound problems. And so I'm out there getting this fender bender, and then what's going to happen? Then you're going to get a suspended license. But I still got to work. Right? So I'm driving with a suspended license, and you know, later on, you know, XYZ happens, and then you get pulled over again for speeding because, you know, you're on a road trip, whatever. And then you know, that bites you in the ass, and it kind of sucks. So we're at 9 minutes right now. I like to cut this off at 10 minutes. But eventually Quill called me back to work there because the place went to shit, man. I was running fucking all the departments. Basically, you know, I was doing a declared value, I was doing order starting, I did truck docks, to receiving, and everything else. So in '90, when I got hired as a part-timer, $8.50 an hour, I get pressured out in '93, and they called me back. You know, got an answer message on my answer machine, when I got back from Visalia, during that trip. Saying, hey man, we'd like to get you back. They hired me back at $7.60 a fucking hour, dude. I'm like, you know what, man? I got a lot of fucking records in there. I'm not gonna say it's a raw deal, but this thing called life could have been better. It could have been worse, but it could have been better, man. Okay. Gumbo. Yeah. Okay, so picked up the transcript earlier. Had $12 left in my fucking pocket. This month I had extra money to spend. My sister was helping me save some money, and she put money that was mine. I was putting $100 aside, and only she could get to it, right? So I had $1,500 extra this month, and I went through it, bought a couple guitars, and kind of splurged and treated myself good this month, as good as I know how. And still have a few days left this month, and I still have more savings. And she's gonna put another $500 in. At least I asked her to, and she agreed. Next time I have a check come in, and maybe she'll put it in before, but I didn't ask her to necessarily. But if it happens, then it happens. And then that fucking mouse, goddamn fucking, there was a mouse that ate through some of my fucking plumbing. It wasn't hard PVC pipe, it was a flexible hose. And instead of being able to treat myself to beer or food or whatever these last few days, I have food in the goddamn refrigerator and freezer and everything. But instead of being able to go out, I had to fucking buy epoxy and shit, And it's a bittersweet month. This has been a bittersweet month. I found out that I have enough credits to graduate. I thought I was going to have to go to Cal State Tarantino and take statistics or something that's, kind of gut-wrenching for even people that love school, But I'm happy. I'm generally happy. And what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. They say comedy is tragedy minus timing. In other words, these little fucking things, these little fucking snags. I'll laugh at this someday. Hopefully I'll fucking laugh because, I'm not trying to make fun of the underclass. I've been, high and low in my life. But I'll be able to fucking afford a place that where mice aren't, in my fucking fucking shower wall chewing a part of the fucking hose, and I'll be able to, if I have to, get the $99 rotor guy. They've been advertising some guy $99, plug whatever, to unclog your fucking sinks or whatever and shit. So it's another reason if you want to know, hey, why the Gunk series, and now why this part. That's why. So I could look back and remember, maybe I'll be able to appreciate what I have later. If things goes hoped, plans, whatever. Okay.